Take it away.
Tracey Grist.
Yeah.
So we are not streaming Tracey Grist's trial, but I am posting it after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
It is it is a very interesting trial. It is also kind of slow. It's not we're not talking about like compelling attorneys necessarily, but it is a very interesting case. So we talked about her last night or yesterday. She is the Timu Donna Adelson. She is on trial for conspiracy to murder her son-in-law, Matthew Rastelli. Um, and it is pretty interesting because her daughter, Catherine, the wife of Matthew Rastelli, has taken a plea and is in agreement with that plea, has agreed to testify against her brother, who was already convicted of the murder in January, and now her mother. So she was the first witness on the stand. She was on the stand for like 3.5 hours yesterday and like 3.5 hours today. It was
Mm.
a lot. The problem with Catherine is that she's changed her story a fair amount, and she seems to add to her story as she's gone along a little bit. She says that she was sort of protecting her family, even though she was not. I don't know. It's been an interesting couple of days. In this case, the thing is, Matthew Rastrelli was shot 7 times. Only two of them were in the front of his body, and the other five were in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Medical examiner was on the stand today. So what that means is they set him up that the brother, uh, Kevin Ellis, shot him as he came in the front door at Tracey Grist's house, and he must have shot him in the chest, sort of chest abdomen twice, and then fell, and he hit him 5 more times.
Wow.
It is wild. Yes, she Googled Donna Adelson after the shooting. Also, this case is rather similar to the Donna
Mm-hmm.
Adelson case.
Yep.
That it is, believed to be Mama was the ringleader.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if they prove that. It's interesting because Kevin went to trial in January and he was convicted of Matthew Rastrelli's murder. He was not convicted. He was exonerated of conspiracy
Mm-hmm.
to kill Matthew Rastrelli,
Yeah.
which is weird. Very
It
weird.
it means the jury
Um,
didn't think he planned it. Hmm.
right. And there's some real Alex Cox vibes in this situation. If from the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell trials, that they kind of set him up to shoot him, but yeah, maybe he wasn't as aware of the plan as others were. Yes, they protected the furniture. They had taken down they had one of those screen doors that velcros to the door frame and then magnetizes in the center. Um, they took that down so that he would get
Yeah.
in the door easier. Like, there's a lot of planning. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of text messages. There's a lot. But Catherine's testimony is troubling. It is because her her testimony now doesn't match her original proffer when she took her plea. It doesn't necessarily completely match her testimony in Kevin's trial. Like, I don't know what the jury is thinking at this point, frankly. But although we are not streaming it, I am posting it after the fact. So the sound quality in this courtroom, not great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm improving the sound and taking out all the breaks so that you can just watch it straight through. So like
Nice.
yesterday's was like 8 hours, but the when I got it all cleaned up, it was only about 5
Nice.
of
Yeah.
actual court. So anyway, that's something I'm trying. I'm doing it for YouTube at the Trials channel, and then I'm also putting that up on Spotify because one of the things I think that happens is that there's not really a way to just listen to trials on Spotify.
Right.
that I am aware of. Maybe someone else is doing this, but I decided to start doing it. I did it with the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial, and I'm going to just keep doing it because it's pretty easy to create those files, and then you can listen to them as you have time,
Yeah.
And that way I can fix some of the audio problems.
Yeah.
Because when we're just listening to it live, we're just
It's immense.
victims of whatever, This trial is so weird because you can barely hear the judge. He turns to talk, and it's his own fault. He's got the mic here. He turns like this to talk to the jury. You can barely hear a damn thing that man says. So I have to turn the volume way up and then take a bunch of, because it's just like room mics in this room.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of background noise that I'm taking out. Yeah. The audio can be so bad when listening live. So I am working on this.
Nice. Well, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's something we're doing. This is kind of experimental. So this is the second one I'm doing with this. So go check it out. Day 1 is up and day 2 is in process. I already have it downloaded and I'm working on the edit right now. So. Right. Jamie said, I love to listen while I have to travel for work. A lot of people just like listen to something all day while they're working or whatever. Well, this way you can just listen to the trials because they take out all the excess
getting
stuff,
all the gaps out.
All the waiting. Take out all the waiting. Yeah.
I love it.
So that's what we're doing. It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. Catherine's testimony, concerning.
Interesting because she took a plea deal.
Yeah. She took a plea long before the other two. She turned on them.
Yeah. But now she's changing her story. I wonder how that could affect her.
She's sort of adding to a little bit. She's added this conversation that they had out in the yard the night of the shooting, in which the three of them together discussed the shooting. And this is the first time she's ever said that.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh,
she says she just didn't remember, but I don't know.
Yeah, tough to say.
I don't like it because I don't think that it necessarily means that it didn't happen. It just,
but it adds
credibility-wise,
credibility,
is not
great. Yeah. Or rather, takes from credibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, believe it or not, we're going to stay in Utah. You guys remember this asshole? This is Kevin Christensen.
Oh, my God, this guy.
This is the judge from Box Elder County that had a fire chief in his courtroom a year or two ago because he had been accused of having CSAM and making plans to swap relative children back and forth to sexually abuse with someone else, right? And that person ended up in Kevin Christensen's courtroom. And Kevin Christensen immediately gave him bail and turned him back loose into the community. And people were shocked. They were pissed because this guy is dangerous and was doing really heinous things. And then it was not even a week later that old Kevin here got arrested for the same damn thing. Because guess who that fire chief was colluding with to swap children back and forth to abuse and swapping CSAM back and forth with? Well, it was Kevin. It was Kevin.
Yeah. And they were in some really gross sexual relationship too. Like it's just as gross as you can imagine.
It's as bad as you think. And then some.
Yeah.
Well, I've been keeping an eye on these because the news has not reported on either of these cases very extensively. Is that because not much has happened? Is it because it's Utah? Is it just because sex offenders are a dime a dozen these days? I don't know. But I've been watching, and guess what? Old Kevin has taken a plea deal.
Yeah. Pretty damn sweet plea deal.
A real sweet plea deal. So it's a 5-minute long video. I'm just going to share it with you so you can see what happened in court.
State v. Christensen is case 251900580. We're on for change of plea. Mr. Pichelle, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you putting us back on the calendar a little early. Your Honor, we have reached a resolution. The Attorney General's office will be filing an amended information. My client will plead as charged in that information, but I'll go over that with you now. Count one of that amended information will be enticing a minor using the internet as a third-degree felony. Counts 2 and 3 are the same, dealing in materials harmful to a minor, also a third-degree felony. In return for his plea of guilty, the state is agreeing these matters may run concurrently with each other. That is the only real plea agreement that we have. Each party will be able to present evidence at sentencing on what each party believes the sentence should be. Both myself and Mr. Mehmet have prepared a plea agreement. We're going to use Mr. Mehmet's plea agreement, but I have gone over that with my client. I spent time with him earlier in the week and again on the phone last night going over that. Mr. Mehmet and I have signed it. At the appropriate time, my client will sign in Your Honor's presence. And then we would like to set the sentencing for a special set date, if we could, please.
Okay. Mr. Bichelle, remind me what count 2 is going to be under the amendment.
I apologize, Your Honor. It would be dealing in materials harmful to a minor, and that would be the same in count 3.
Right, so I'm understanding we are going down from 5 second-degree felonies and 3 third-degree felonies to 3 third-degree felonies.
That's accurate, Your Honor.
Is that the agreement, Mr. Mehmet?
That is, Judge. The state will be filing the necessary amended information. As Mr. Bichelle said, that is the agreement between the parties.
Right. Mr. Christensen, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or anything else that could affect your ability to make a decision today? Have you reviewed this agreement with your attorney?
I have.
Do you understand that you are waiving constitutional rights if you enter a plea today?
I do.
Do you have any questions about what those rights are?
I do not.
Do you understand that the court will not be bound by any agreements between the attorneys about sentencing?
Yes.
Do you understand as well that you will be waiving your right to appeal your conviction if you enter a guilty plea? Then as to an amended count 1, enticing a minor using the internet, a third-degree felony, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to an amended count 2, dealing in materials harmful to a minor, a third-degree felony, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to count 3, dealing in materials harmful to a minor, a third-degree felony, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I think that covers all of the new charges. Did I miss any, counsel?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Christensen, could you sign the plea agreement, please?
Move it down. We'll get right there.
The court will accept the plea and find that it is knowing and voluntary. The matter will be referred to adult probation and parole for a pre-sentence investigation. Let me sign this, and then we'll look for a date for the sentencing. How much time do you think you'll need, counsel?
We'll do half a day, just to make sure.
Yes, probably good.
Maybe half a day, Your Honor.
All right, the 6-week mark would be May 21st, so I'm going to start looking after that. June 2nd at 9.
Judge, I'm unavailable that day. If we're able to pick a different day, I have an important medical appointment that morning.
Okay, that's probably all we need of that. But yeah, so we went from 5 second-degree felonies to 3 third-degree felonies.
That's such bullshit.
It's absolute bullshit.
Is he going to have to register as a sex offender?
Yes, he will have to register as a sex offender. They are requesting his sentences to run concurrently, but the judge is not bound. So,
I hope she's got some guts
me too.
and makes them consecutive and,
Yeah.
throws, I mean, he's an older guy. She ought to throw him in prison till he's dead for what he's
Likely.
done here.
Likely. Yeah.
Frankly, my God, as a judge, God almighty.
I saw a news interview with his adoptive daughter, and who couldn't, for her own safety, wasn't able or willing to let her face be shown on camera. But
I
she
bet.
said that she was shocked that no one discussed this with her. She had no idea that they were offering him a plea or that he was going to be able to take one. She indicated that he's had a lot of contact with her children, and she's
Mm.
furious that this happened. Yeah.
And that's disgusting. That they should have known. His family should have known what
Hmm.
was happening.
Absolutely. They should have
Yeah,
been
I hope
kept.
that judge hands his ass to him.
Me too. Me too. I hope she is tough as hell on him. So, we'll find out. But speaking of really disgusting sex offenders, talk to us about Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, guys. First of all, he looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Every picture, every time I see him in court again, he just looks worse. And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
I hope your life sucks, buddy. So he is facing trial for the third time in this one rape case. Now, he's in prison forever. He's not getting out.
No.
But this is for the 2013 rape of Jessica Mann. This is the case that got overturned. The New York Court of Appeals overturned it in 2024. It was a 2020 conviction, concluding that the trial judge allowed 3 women whose allegations were not a part of the criminal case against Weinstein to testify about his prior bad acts. I remember this. This is kind of like what they did with Cosby. And I remember at the time thinking, how are they getting away with that? Well, they didn't. So that conviction was overturned. So then last year they tried him again.
Mm-hmm.
He was found guilty of first-degree criminal sexual assault against a different victim, and he was acquitted of another victim, and the jury was hung on the Mann rape. So this is now trial number 3 for him for this particular case. Now he's in prison for he'll be dead long before he ever gets out, but
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that they're continuing to fight for these victims, frankly. He also has new attorneys for this one. His
Yeah.
other attorneys are focusing on his appeals and all of his civil trials because he's having his ass sued by everybody.
Yeah.
Good. I hope he dies broke.
Mm-hmm.
But his jury selection began yesterday for this trial.
Okay.
Yeah, he is a horrible human being, and
Yeah.
ugh. But come on, man, can we get him this time around? My
Right.
God, how many
Can we
times?
get her some justice?
Yeah, can we get her some
Please?
justice? Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. No, he's not in good health. He's in horrible health.
Yeah. Well, he had some kind of a heart event not long ago,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he looks like shit,
Mm-hmm.
which he deserves. So
Indeed.
there you go. That's what we know on old Weinstein. We'll keep you up on the trial. It's not a streamable trial. I don't think I would want to anyway. I don't want to give this guy any more press. Oh, I fucking hate this dude. But anyway,
Yeah.
we'll let you know what happens. So Jennifer Gledhill was supposed to have a hearing a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find a source for it. Really struggling with finding, and which was weird to me, especially because like Court TV has been covering her whole situation.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. Well, let me tell you why. That's because old Jennifer refused to be transported to court.
Oh, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Why are you like this?
Yeah. She refused to be transported to court. And so this will sound a little familiar, but for her next hearing that is coming up on May 7th, the judge has ordered the jail to use reasonable force to ensure that she appears at the next hearing. Sound familiar? Remember when Lori Vallow had to be forced to court? Yeah.
Indeed.
Jennifer Gledhill is standing trial for the murder of her husband. This is a no-body case, if you recall. she got her parents involved. If you remember, her parents are the ones that are also have some charges for helping her clean
Yeah.
up after the fact. So she is charged with the murder of her husband, Matthew Johnson. His body has never been recovered, but it's believed that she shot him in their bed,
Mm-hmm.
put him on a tarp, slid him down the stairs, and drug him into the back of her van and drove out into the wilderness and buried him.
Mm-hmm.
And her parents have been in trouble for helping her clean up. The mattress, the tarp, a bunch of other stuff have been found, just not the body
Mm-hmm.
and the blood, and like it all is an indicator that he's definitely deceased.
Yeah.
And then her parents helped her clean up and bought her a new mattress.
Yeah.
That's this case, Matthew
Yeah.
Johnson.
He
Yeah,
was
maybe
a
they can
service
drag her to
member.
court on a tarp. Good
Yeah.
idea.
There you go. An eye for an
They-
eye, Jennifer.
Right. They have used car GPS data. They have a pretty good idea somewhere in Davis County where she went, but they have not
Mhm.
been able to find his body.
No.
Crazy.
Didn't she also spill her guts to her new boyfriend? And he was like, "Oh, holy God, no, no!"
And he was
no,
like,
no.
"Hello, 911." Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that the judge has ruled on, the defense was trying to get some of her statements to the boyfriend and some of her communications restricted for the
Mhm.
trial. And some things have been narrowed down a little bit, but no, that shit's all in.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's some real Corey Richins vibes to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this boyfriend was like, "Oh, no, thank you," and he immediately reported her, and
Mhm.
So anyway, there are a lot of reasons why they feel confident that even though they don't have Matthew's body, that they will be able to convict her. So we shall see. Her trial is coming up
Yeah.
this summer, so it sounds like she's gonna, might have to show up in court shackled to a wheelchair. I don't know what they're
Maybe
gonna do.
so. But she's a brat. Her preliminary.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
was a jerk. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay then.
Definitely a jerk. So
We'll see you soon,
We're-
Jennifer.
we're trying to stream it. If she just bothers to show up to court, then we could stream her dang hearings. Now I know. I'm like, am I crazy? Why is this hearing not available? Oh, that's because it didn't happen because she did not show up. Yes. So there is a big hearing for Tyler Robinson on Friday, 4/17. It's at 10 a.m. We will be streaming it over on the Trials channel. And one of the things that's happening is there's going to be an expert witness who we have seen before. That is Dr. Brian Edelman. He is the guy who testified in Brian Koberger's case that got his venue changed. So they're using the same guy, trying to say that Utah County, that he's not going to get a fair trial in Utah County, which I honestly think is probably true. I mean, genuinely, they probably are going to have to move Tyler Robinson. Plus, it's not as heavily populated as some other counties in Utah. They might have to go to a bigger county. Plus, I don't know if Tyler Robinson can get a fair trial on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Frankly,
I don't
this
know.
case in particular has had so much press and so much misinformation. The misinformation just continues. It's
gosh.
ridiculous.
It never ends.
But that's part of the argument that will be happening, because this is the media hearing. It's about, the effects of media on this trial and how the media is going to be handled going forward for the trial itself and all that jazz. Well, the defense is bringing in Brian Adelson, who was the same guy. I saw his testimony in the Koberger matter before, when they moved it. And I mean,
Yeah.
he makes some pretty compelling
Mhm.
arguments that because in Utah County, it hits the news cycle and on social media in so many places, so many all over, that it's very, very difficult to avoid
Mhm.
in the home county, in the home area of this case. Although, I mean, Utah County is not actually where the murder happened. It is where Tyler Robinson lives. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Maybe I have that wrong. Anyway, I bet they move it. But we're going to
Oh, I'll
see
bet they
all
do
about
too.
that.
Yeah.
We're going to see all about that on Friday. He was in court briefly today. It was just a scheduling hearing. It only lasted like 5 minutes. We only get Stacey Wondra's hearings after the fact. And even then, sometimes all there is a sideways video of like 1 minute of this hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sideways. It's
Oh.
it's not even worth messing with. It would take some work on my part and I don't want to do it. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. What it was it was just a scheduling hearing. So his trial is scheduled to begin September 14th of this year. They're scheduling it for 4 weeks, which seems really long. I hope it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
There's a status conference on June 2nd and a pretrial conference on August 4th. And then jury selection and trial to begin September 14th. So we will keep a close eye on that. But this is, of course, Stacey Wondra, who is accused of the kidnapping and murder of Michael Vaughn. Poor little 5-year-old Monkey Vaughn.
Yeah.
There are also 3 other people who are named, but currently, well, one of them, Sarah Wondra, his ex-wife, who she's in prison for, but I think she's actually in a psych hospital, for other things. And then the 2 roommates are on the lam.
Yep.
So anyway, at least there's some movement on this.
Definitely.
I hope that feels better.
But by
for
God,
Michael
I
Vaughn's
want those
poor
other
little
men
mother.
charged.
Yes. Where the hell are they?
I mean, come on.
They were present. Yeah.
And according to Stacey, and of course, this is just one evil, terrible person's story, but according to Stacey, one of them specifically had played a very large role in Michael's death.
Right.
Now,
Well,
Sarah,
and then
I
the
don't know if Sarah
movement
will ever
of
be held accountable.
Yeah, I
But
don't know. She's so mentally ill. But then also there's they've moved his body where
Yes.
Stacey Wondra thought it was, and he told the police, and they dug up the backyard and the cadaver dogs hit, but there were no but the body wasn't there. He had gone to federal prison for guns. And so the body was not where he thought it would be. It was moved after he went to prison. So who moved the body and where is the body?
Yeah. Yeah. Good question. We may never know. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope we find out. But
I hope so too.
Where are
But
those
so
other
far,
bastards? Come on.
Come on. He hasn't been able to help them find the body because it was apparently moved after he went to prison for something else.
He did try.
He did try. Yes, he did.
Yeah. The videos of him being on the phone with them while they're digging and him trying to give them directions and stuff, he is completely deadpan, just as matter of fact as...
So flat. Ugh.
And that...
Hideous.
According to him, what happened is basically that Michael Vaughn showed up near their house. He had ran out of the house, his dad's house. His parents' house while Dad was taking care of the baby, and headed down the street, a little guy off on a jaunt. And they grabbed him and took him in the house because they wanted to sell him for money.
Yeah. Sarah believed they could get $10,000 for him. They weren't going to sell it. And then they duct taped him and they put him in a duffel bag and put him in the back of a vehicle.
And he promptly died. Yeah.
Awful. Just... ugh.
Absolutely horrific. Is there a warrant for the other guys? Ashley, is there?
I think there are like bolos, but is there a warrant? I don't know.
They've been pretty quiet about it, honestly. And I don't know the answer to that.
They're not even sure what state they're in. And they're not both in the same place. So
nope. Yep. Right, like he was a boat floated up from a hurricane. Yeah, like he was just an asset for their using. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'd been running guns, and Sarah's in trouble for guns as well. and I think drugs. And I think
Mhm.
they were just always looking for a way to make another dollar.
Yep. But apparently a human child just was another asset for them to make some money out of. And that was it.
I guess. God almighty.
God, I hate them. Ugh.
The worst. Caleb Flynn, this guy. He's the guy who is accused of murdering his wife, Anna, and she was pregnant. And his story is that while he was in the bedroom with his daughters, that someone broke into the house and shot and killed his wife.
Right.
There's no evidence of that at all. There was kind of a setup scene to make it look like that, but it didn't appear to be the case in the least. There's some rumors about maybe he was having an affair or something. So his trial is the fastest trial I've ever seen. This just happened in February, and he's scheduled to go to trial. Well, he was scheduled to go to trial at the end of April. I saw something that I'm like, oh, they delayed the trial. And I'm like, okay, this makes sense. No, they delayed the trial by 4 days. That's all.
Oh,
It's still happening on May 4th.
okay.
He's also the guy that they were trying to gag this trial, and it was partially gagged, and then the defense was asking for like full gag, and then last week they showed up in court and asked to rescind their request, that they don't want it gagged at all.
Okay.
So yeah, he's the guy crying on the grass. Yes.
The king of douches, yes.
Huge drama. King of douches,
Mhm.
absolutely. Huge drama, but the police are like, there is nothing. Like they can't even find a car or a person on a camera in his neighborhood that could have potentially been the guy. Because the guy, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, yeah, they delayed by 4 days because the prosecution had a expert witness that they needed a little bit more time to work with, and so that's all. Yes, he's kind of a lay pastor. I don't know. It's a terrible story. His wife was 8 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's charged in the death of the baby as well as her death, and yeah,
Wow.
it's
Ugh.
a horrific story. But anyway, the trial got delayed, but only by a few days. So now it's May 4th.
Okay.
So it's still coming up so fast. It is just crazy.
May the 4th be with you. Oh my
May
God.
the
I
4th
hate me
be with
too.
you.